solid. But it's another business, as unfortunate as it looks. You know the business, so it is what it is. Yeah, when a player gets traded, they was doing what's best for the franchise, but when a player decides to leave, he's not loyal, he's a snake, he's not committed. It's just that's the narrative of how it goes. So I'm definitely I know that firsthand.
So as you guys heard, LeBron James said that when a player gets traded, they're doing what's best for the franchise. Then when a player decides to leave, he's not loyal, he's a snake, he's not committed. That's the narrative, I know firsthand. Now, I'm gonna break down what LeBron James really meant to say when he said these words. Because yeah, he was protecting Blake Griffin. You know, he was defending Blake Griffin. He didn't think the move was very okay. But I'm gonna tell you guys what LeBron James was essentially saying. Number one, this is what LeBron James said. KD is my best friend. I love KD. I'm buddy with the enemy. And I don't feel that it's correct that the media keeps calling him a snake, or that people in general keep calling him a snake. And then of course you got LeBron James trying to make a statement because he may end up leaving. He may end up leaving soon. So when he ends up leaving, he doesn't want you guys to end up calling him a snake like you guys call his best friend KD a snake. Because LeBron James is very buddy with the Warriors for some reason. I mean, it's not like back in the 90s when people used to hate each other from opposing rival teams. LeBron James is best friends with his rivals. He's best friends with Steph Curry. He's best friends with Draymond Green. He's best friends with KD. Because I know for a fact that when he said he's a snake, he was talking about KD. Because we all call KD a snake. Now you got that. Now we can get even deeper. We all know that LeBron James is aware of what he did when he went to Miami. But let me explain something to you, LeBron James. What you did was not that bad in comparison to what Kevin Durant did. Essentially, LeBron, you went to the Miami Heat to play with Dwayne Wade, who was already at the peak of his prime, I can say, because the man had knee problems. Dwayne Wade was never ever healthy in Miami. And then you had Chris Bosh. But for those of you guys that compare Miami, for those of you guys that go, oh, LeBron went to Miami, blah blah blah, LeBron ain't the GOAT because he went to Miami, you can't compare Chris Bosh to Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, man. You can't do it. And you can't compare a Wade that was at the end of his career, at the end of his prime. I mean, the man could barely walk during the finals against the Spurs, the second time they played each other. So what LeBron James did was essentially play with his best friends, even though the best friends that he had weren't necessarily 100% healthy. You know who LeBron James' center was? Joel Anthony. And this was in an era where you needed a good center, and their center was Joel Anthony. Then you had Mario Chalmers at the point guard, and then you had Nerlens Noel as a backup. Believe it or not, LeBron James didn't have much in Miami. Not how people make it seem, and not like what the Warriors have now. What Kevin Durant did and what LeBron James did was a very different scenario. Now let's look at this situation. What did LeBron James have when he left Cleveland? LeBron James had a high school varsity team. He had a high school varsity team. LeBron James wasn't playing with anybody. Maybe Delonte West, I believe, when he was in that Cavaliers team. I mean, think about it. What did LeBron James have? LeBron James had to leave. He had no choice. The man had no choice. And for everybody that called him a snake, I mean, I guess you were wrong. I mean, I would have to say I guess you were wrong, because I don't know how LeBron James made you feel at that point in time. But now looking at Kevin Durant and looking at LeBron James, two very different scenarios. Now let's look at Kevin Durant. You got Kevin Durant, a man that was up 3-1 to the team he ended up joining. Had Kevin Durant joined the Wizards, nobody would have complained. If Kevin Durant would have joined the Hornets, nobody would have complained. People are complaining because you joined the team that was your rival team, a team you were supposed to hate, and now all of a sudden you just joined them. That is considered to be a snake. LeBron James joined the team that didn't even make the playoffs the year prior. So now that we broke all of that down, now let's talk about Blake Griffin. Did the Clippers screw over Blake Griffin? Yes, they screwed the man over. They told the man that they would retire his jersey. They gave the man a max contract, and then they just ship him away like he's a piece of garbage. I can see why they did it, because that contract, goodness gracious. But at the same time, LeBron James does have a point. There's a double standard. What I don't like about this whole situation with LeBron James supposedly standing up for Blake Griffin is that LeBron James is trying to clear this out so that when he leaves, people can't say, whoa, whoa, whoa. So that's why I think LeBron James is speaking out about this, because he's doing it for his own benefit, not because he cares about Blake Griffin. But with that being said, whatever LeBron James' motives were, he does have a point. There is a double standard. And with that being said, I am out of here. Make sure to subscribe.